Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. This is Uncle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and yeah. In case you're wondering why the Bane what if is deleted, it's because that one was not actually finished, and also, so I wasn't expecting a fucking alert to pop out and actually turn off the camera. So I'm gonna try to remake that one later. But right now, we're actually going to focus on something else, and we're going to do something that I actually have not done in quite some time. Yes, it is a Bane deku, but it's a remake of a certain Bane deku that I can't stop doing. Now, this is the remake, and I will make other remakes. Mostly this is going to be more of a one-shot video. Don't worry, I'll still do the Overlord thing, but I'll probably do that one later on through the month. Hopefully I can. This is what if Deku was what if Deku was Bane? A lot of people have actually been asking for this one, and I don't know why. Just because the new Mortal Kombat game is out. I actually don't play Mortal Kombat anymore, so don't expect people to know the story. But I'm not gonna do that one because, like I said, I don't know the gameplay, and I never will. I stopped playing Mortal Kombat. I still play Injustice though. Oh, but in this one, I'm doing what if Deku was Bane from what if Deku was Bane of Glow Up, I guess. I know I've done a lot of those AUs, but this one I'm gonna say is more like a dark glow up. In case this is just something I made up because I never heard anyone else make this. Dark glow ups mean it's a glow up that people glow up, but they decide to use their abilities for evil. Now, Midoriya started off as obviously this fat chubby bastard, and you know me, I always make the fucking backstories quick, and he's always been like that. But over the years, his mother even started calling him a fat pig. So he decided to give up on hope until he got to a YouTuber called Far From Weak. Subscribe to his channel. It's actually pretty good, but it is actually a good supportive of all this. It actually helps a lot. And actually listen to it a lot just to work out here and there. Like I said, it's a very good one. The best thing to do is just to let you hear it. Like I said, shout out to Far From Weak. And here's actually one of his two things that so yeah, here you go actually.
Do you have problems? Most guys are overwhelmed by them. They whine and complain about their problems like a little girl. Pathetic. You can tell the size of a man by the size of the problems that brings him down. So if you can't deal with small issues, you're a very small man. You see, life is problems. Living is solving problems. And sometimes all it takes to deal with those obstacles are a few masculine habits. But before I tell you what those habits are, you need to understand something very important. Even if you solve all your current problems, new ones will come your way. It's a fact of life, so you better be ready for it. We will go over 5 masculine habits that will solve your problems. Number 1. Rule your mind. You have 2 choices. To control your mind or to let your mind control you. Most guys bring problems upon themselves. Their problems are self-inflicted because they are their own worst enemy. And the reason for this is simple. They don't rule their mind. And if If you don't rule your mind, it will rule you. It will lead you towards problems, bad habits, and activities. Because no control over your mind means you have no control over your desires. And the worst thing about it is, you won't even blame yourself. Think about it. When is the last time you heard a broke man admit it's his own fault he's broke? Or an obese man say he's been a fat pig that eats too much? It almost never happens. They'll blame everyone around them before they'll ever blame themselves. Pathetic. As a man, you should always remember that you are the one that controls your thoughts and actions. You can really change because your reality is based on the way you think. I know this doesn't sound fancy. It's not some cheap trick. But controlling your mind comes before anything else. All self-improvement is meaningless garbage if you are a slave to your own mind. I want you to remember what I'm about to tell you. Our mind is truly powerful, and anything that's truly powerful has the capability to create amazing things or be very destructive. You are gifted with power, and if you don't control that power, your life will end up in shambles, like you see with 99% of people around you. Now, let me tell you how to tame this beast called your mind. You have to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing your awareness on the present moment, while calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings and thoughts. I know this doesn't sound fancy. It's not some cheap trick, but it's extremely important. There are different ways to practice mindfulness. It could be taking a walk in nature without your phone, just being in the present moment, or by journaling and writing your thoughts on paper. Another way is by observing your breathing. You can do this a few minutes a day, just focusing on your breathing. There are many different ways to practice mindfulness and take control of your mind, and there isn't a single best way to do it. You need to find what works for you. But those that are glued to their phones will be unable to comprehend what I've said. So let me say this one more time. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Number 2, make money. Making money is a masculine trait, and although money does not solve all problems, it solves all money problems. Like it or hate it, the world is run by money, and a broke man is a powerless man. Listen, as a man, you need to make money. It is one of your duties as a provider. Some people have already given up on themselves, and they cope. They'll say things like, money is the root of all evil, or money doesn't make you happy. Whenever someone says something like that, just know they are coping. They use an excuse to justify why they're broke or mediocre, because facing reality would hurt them too much. Pathetic. Every man should master the art of making money, and it's never too late to start learning. But if you cope with reality, you won't learn anything. Videos on how to make money will be made in the future. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. Number 3. Exercise daily. Most problems we have can be solved by just moving our body. It sounds strange, but it's true. You see, most of our problems are not as big as they seem. You may have taken something too personal or made it bigger than it is. Or perhaps you actually do have a very serious problem, but you are stuck overthinking it. You need to move. It will bring you a mental clarity that's unmatched. Listen, after exercising, you'll notice that a lot of problems will vanish because they turned out to be less significant than you made them out to be. And for the problems that do remain, because they are serious, you'll have the mental clarity to figure out a solution. Your problem-solving ability is sharp after you've exercised. Here's what people fail to understand. The mind and body are directly linked. You can't control one without the other. We humans aren't meant to sit still all day. We need to get our blood flowing. We need to release endorphins that delivers oxygen throughout the body. And if you don't move, you'll get brain fog. It will cloud your ability to think critically. So move. It doesn't even have to be the gym. It could be as simple as doing 20 burpees in a park. It can even be a brisk walk. Number 4. Natural foods. Stop eating garbage. You are not a little kid or a woman having hormonal mood swings. As a man, eat only with intention. What I'm about to say is very underrated, but the foods you eat directly affect your future. If you eat garbage food, your mind and body will literally be busy processing that garbage instead of being sharp enough to solve problems and achieve great things. Even if you don't eat snacks, but you just eat too much, it takes time to process those foods and it will take away from your mental clarity. That's why I always say hunger is a superpower. You are much sharper and get more done when you get to work while fasting. And when you do break your fast after getting some work done, do it with great natural foods. Do not misunderstand it. I'm not saying you can never eat a snack. Eating healthy is about balance, and balance with nutrition is not 50-50. It's more like 80-20. Meaning at least 80% of your nutrition should be natural foods that are meant to fuel your body and mind. And with the other 20%, you can decide to eat some other foods you like, but know are not good for you. Notice that I said you decide to eat those unhealthy foods, meaning you're not led by bad habits, but you consciously choose to consume snacks knowing it's not good nutrition. That being said, when you start fasting and only consuming healthy, natural foods, your desire to consume snacks will diminish. Because fasting makes you appreciate the taste of real food instead of garbage. Number 5. One problem at a time. After you've controlled your mind and stopped being your own worst enemy, and you exercise for optimal mental clarity, you need to pick a problem you want to solve for the day. Just a single task, whether it's related to making money, learning about something, losing weight, whatever it is, start with one. Most people become so overwhelmed by everything that they just procrastinate. They bite off more than they can chew and stop doing anything at all. Instead, write down a single task the night before you go to bed and try to break it down into smaller pieces if the task or problem is too big. This way, you wake up knowing exactly which problem to tackle for the day. Remember, it's not about doing the biggest task possible or solving the biggest problems in one day. It's about consistent progress, even if you're taking baby steps. Don't underestimate the power of small steps to build a great future. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.
There you go. Far from Eek. Figured that might be useful, and like I said, shout out to Fall from Eek. He actually helps a lot. But even I noticed the realism after him. Anyway, so yeah, Midoriya watches that, and he actually gets confident and actually shows a lot more seriousness and realism. His first goal, and he knows it pretty well, is losing weight. He also brings out an old journal that he used to make quirks, to write it down about quirks. He throws them all away. Hey, so he decides to use one of his books he hasn't used in quite some time and write down things that he needs a goal for and what to write else down. Now this is going on for a good 5 months. And Inko has noticed that he is changing, both mentally and physically. And she noticed that he's been showing no more respect to her and no longer calling her mom. Instead, it's mostly Inko. Or Mrs. Midoriya. Yeah, no longer seeing her as a mother figure, but seeing her as pretty much as you expect from a mother who disowned her own son. Anyway, a couple of months has passed. Midoriya is now 50. A couple of months has passed. This is now Midoriya's birthday. He's now 15. And it's his birthday, so we now start off with that. Midoriya about to walk out, but Inko says, "Where are you going?" Midoriya just looks at her with a cold, dead eyes and bluntly said, "School." Well, in a very deep voice. Isn't it? I thought, you thought what? Midoriya opens the door, and closes it. Inko just sits there, looking at the calendar and seeing it's his birthday. Meanwhile, with Midoriya gets to school, and he doesn't mention anything about his birthday. The only thing he's studying is just his life. And writing down the stuff he needs for work to learn more. Everyone noticed that Midoriya has pretty much became more musculent and more focused on his studies than anything. Even people like Bakugo noticed. Yes. Bakugo walks up and says, "Hey, Deku." He bluntly just looks at him and say, "What do you want, Katsuki?" You didn't call me Kachan. He says, "You are no longer my friend. Why should I care about you? The person who broke me and made me thought of suicide thoughts. You lost my friendship and you lost my respect. So I don't see a reason why I should care about you." Midoriya walks off. Now, Midoriya continues on. And pretty much walks out of the class when school goes off. Midoriya starts going down, and pretty much Midoriya does not go and take the district down. When Midoriya goes, he sees Katsuki pretty much being attacked by a slime villain. And everyone's just standing there waiting for the fire to go out so they can get him. Midoriya, without hesitation, goes there and literally yanks Bakugo right out, and then punches the slime villain directly in the eye, stunning it. The slime villain roars in pain from the eye. Katsuki, who's gasping for air, looks at Izuku with surprise. "I thought you hated me." I don't care if I hate you or not. But that doesn't mean you can die. Death is a one-time thing, but your life is also more precious than your death. Start living it. You could have broken out of there easily, but you didn't. Don't let my words cut your wounds so deep. And stop being a fucking pussy and actually be a man. And not a pathetic waste of space like your typical old scrawny weakling. The slime villain's about to attack again, but Midoriya grabs it by the heart and then just pulls it out without hesitation. The slime villain dies, and Midoriya drops the heart. He's about to walk away, but the heroes are saying, "Hold on!" That was a little much, don't you think? How are you, hero? Oh, so pathetic. Excuse me? You heroes are just as weak as our modern society. Pathetic. You decided to wait for the fire. You didn't even think about saving that boy. Boy, you're not heroes. You're just sad excuses of pigs. Midoriya walks off, and that word actually hurt someone named Lady in it. A person that I think we all know and despise in our own way. Okay. Now, Midoriya continues on, and this is when he gets home. When he gets home, he sees Inko go gone. Midoriya doesn't even bother trying to look for her. Or because in his mind, he thinks he's at the grocery store. Now, when Midoriya gets there, this is when he starts working out again and writing down on his goals. Now, when Midoriya gets done, he hears a knock on the door. He opens it to see a person. And he's about to introduce himself until he says, "What do you want?" What? You heard me. What do you want? What? If you're here about the villain thing, then I would not care. Here. I have stuff to do around the house. Make it quick. The person is surprised that he's showing such much responsibility, but also kind of offended that he's being such rude. I'm here actually to talk to you. Make it quick. He walks forward, and this is when Midoriya sits down after getting out something healthy. They add some water. This is when Midoriya bluntly looks at the mat and with a menacing look. I am All Might, the number. I know who you are, hero. Oh, do not waste my time with useless things that it does not concern me right now. Now, I am going to repeat my question. And that's the only answer you're going to get until you answer mine. All Might is actually getting a little bit irritated, but respects him at the same time. Fine then. The reason I'm here because of the villain incident. Apparently and the words you said that were hurtful. Cry me a river. Well, apparently, a lot of heroes want you in prison for harsh words. You all are pathetic pussies then. But Nezu wants you to become a member of the Hero Society. How much money do you make? About $20 an hour? No. Great. Wait, what? You heard me. No. $20? Risking my life for something like that? No. Oh, I will not do it. If I want money, I will get on my own. If I want a job, I will earn it. Being a hero full of lies and full of so much red tape that it's not worth my time. So you just wasted my time and wasted yours. But you know where the door is, All Might. Get out of my house. All Might walks out, looks at Midoriya, and Midoriya, he doesn't even look back at him. He's just eating his food and watching Animal Planet. Surprisingly human. But All Might has a frustrated sigh, goes out, and just gets to Nezu's office. When Nezu sees him, Nezu gives the obvious look. He declined the offer? Or more like spat at it. What do you mean? He explained what Midoriya said. Well, that's one way of putting it. Nezu, I'm still curious on why you want Midoriya of all people. Because there's something about him. That he's a jackass? No, that's not it. Nezu, he's not gonna join. What makes you so certain? Well, for starters, if he was gonna join, we would have gotten an invitation, a request to join. But he's not even gonna try. He doesn't even look interested in joining the Hero Society. Looks can be deceiving. Not him. Sir, he literally disrespected the entire society of heroes. I'm sorry to say this, Nezu, but I highly doubt he's going to join. His attitude just says it all, sir. I suppose you're right. Still, though, I am not going to give up. No offense, sir. We're talking about a man who literally would not care. If we told him that we have his what makes you think we don't? Well, for starters, sir, if we did, I still don't think he would care. Impossible. Well, everyone cares about their mother. As I say, it's something else, Nezu. I'm sorry, but I don't think you can get this one. That's a shame. Meanwhile, with Midoriya, he actually starts looking for jobs, and he looks at one with mechanics. Meanwhile, when he gets to the mechanic, he gets in, and the guy who's actually doing the thing actually sees him. Whoa, hey there. I'm here for the job. Oh, he sees Midoriya in a very fancy suit, like a tuxedo. No, the type of suits you wear at a wedding. A very expensive looking one. A trimmed hair, and covering everything. And freshly bathed too. He smells like lavender. All right. Come on in. All right. They go through the thing, and this is when he says, "What will you gain in the company? Money." That's actually a pretty bold answer. But very well, it's actually a reasonable one. Now, as for anything else, I actually see no reason not to hire you. You'll be starting to work tomorrow, okay? Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure, Mr. Midoriya. When he gets back, he sees that when he gets to his house, he goes to his room and sees all the All Might posters and all that. So he does one thing. He takes them all down and he burns them. And I'm gonna say in this one, Midoriya has like a fireplace. Nice. He burns all the All Might posters. He burns all the All Might action figures. You name it. The only thing he kept was the dictionary on All Might. The only thing he kept was the different types of quirks that was actually given an autograph by All Might. He looks at the autograph and just looks at it with annoyance and disappointment. Meanwhile, with Bakugo, yes, we're actually doing this. It's been quite some time since I pulled this stunt. Bakugo is at the entrance exam and looking around to see that Midoriya's not here. He gets a saddened look. Look. This is when we hear, "Alright, listeners, today we are doing the entrance exam." And pretty much the entrance exam goes pretty well. Except Bakugo actually is the only one that helped Ochako from the giant zero-pointer. When Bakugo gets home, he sees Midoriya working as a mechanic. Because that was tomorrow. This is today. When Midoriya fixes the tire on a Jeep. Eep. Alright, there you go. Oh, it's done. Alright, good job, Midoriya. Yeah. Now, when Midoriya gets there, when lunchtime hits, Midoriya gets out his food. Everyone got like a sandwich or something, but they see him with a chicken salad. What are you eating? Boiled chicken salad. Well, you really don't. Wow, that's I'll be honest. That's actually kind of new. Anyway. Ah, crap. He sees this gang coming up. Who are they? Some gang. They've been trying to force us to close shop ever since. He sees all of them and they just pretty much just look like these delinquent kids. And they're obviously trying to cause a ruckus, but Midoriya gets up and they go straight to them. When they look at Midoriya, they see this muscular man, intimidating eye. He's showing a cold stare. The guys actually get a little scared because he's looking at them in the eyes. This is when, and they drop their weapons and they immediately bow and apologize. The fucking engineers and the boss is actually surprised. Nice. Midoriya reaches into the boy's pocket and pulls out a drug. He looks at them in disappointment and bumps him on the head. Ow, hey man, what was that for? Where did you get this? From a man. Who? Some guy. He continues looking at him straight into his soul until he says, okay, hey, I got it from a guy named Shigaraki. He's been selling drugs to us. Have you been taking them? He looks down in shame. Okay. This is when he calls 911 and actually calls them after getting them a scolding about drugs. When they get there, they arrest them, and the police were actually surprised that he didn't call the heroes. He looks at Midoriya. This is when the heroes arrived, Midoriya is already reporting everything to the police. When they confiscate the drugs, Midoriya just stands there. By the way, the hero that showed up was Aizawa, but he's keeping his distance because he knows about Midoriya, and is not surprised that he didn't call up heroes. When Midoriya goes, he sees someone ringing him, and he sees that it's Bakugo. Without hesitation, he blocks the number and deletes the number and blocks him. He's about to walk off until he sees a vehicle coming up. Sorry to come in, sir. Sorry about coming in. It's fine, madam. He sees this delicate, beautiful woman, and Midoriya. All the men are drooling over her, but Midoriya is ignoring her. It says, "What's the damage?" She tries to be all sexy around Midoriya and said, "Is that the steering wheel keeps turning left, and and he sees that the engine is steaming. Midoriya this woman's showing her breasts, showing her big ass, not in like in a sexual way, in like in a hallucination way. Midoriya ignores it. So it says, "We'll get it fixed in an hour." "Thank you, sir." She walks off in a sexy way, but Midoriya just takes the vehicle inside. And the men are like, this is when the boss is like, "You really have an iron will, kid." Most people would start drooling, thinking trying to impress her. Only the weak would be desperate for pussy. Besides, she's not even that good looking. Ouch! You know who that woman is? Nope. That is Mitsuki Bakugo. She's a famous model. Meh. Wow, kid, you really don't... Oh no, you really don't care, do you? I'm 15, sir. I'm too young for her. Oh, that explains a lot, actually. When Midoriya... Rhea gets there. He goes over there and starts fixing the car. Alright. When he gets done, he says, this is when Mitsuki shows there and shows him a little bit of gratitude. When it says, "Thank you," he pulls out money from her purse, and when she gets done, and he puts her finger around his chin, but Midoriya says, "Madam, no, this is a fucking place that we work, not for pleasure. I'm sorry, but I'm declining your offer." "Oh, well, that's a pity. You could have had something good." "No, thank you, madam." "No, thank you, madam. No, I do not wish to be using a woman as a tool. Just because you have a body does not mean everyone will be fooled." He walks away. Hey, Mitsuki gets in and gets a look of irritation because that was actually the first time anyone has rejected her. Like I said, in this one, Mitsuki is a spoiled brat. So you can imagine that. Meanwhile, with Midoriya, a couple of more months has passed. And this is when Midoriya hears, "Hey, what do you know about boats?" "A lot." "Why?" "Well, apparently there's one at the USJ that needs a repairman." "How bad is it?" "Somehow a fish got into the engine." Midoriya raised an eyebrow. "I'm not joking. Look for yourself." He goes there, looks inside. When he gets to the USJ, because he drove there, I'm gonna say in a... due to Midoriya's build and the fact of his size, I would say like a pickup truck. Yeah, a pickup truck and a big... Yeah, I'm gonna say a pickup truck. Okay. I'm not talking about like that new version. I'm talking like the old version. Like so old, like very old. Like when metal cars were still a thing, and you could still protect your ass. I don't want to hear it, Red Stomach. You get dinner when I'm ready. Sheesh. When Midoriya gets over there, he doesn't see a fucking fish. He sees a full fucking shark. How in the... okay. He looks and says, "Okay, great. Hey, that's a bull shark. I mean, that's a hammerhead shark too. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to get out. Alright, time to start yanking." I already know this is gonna be a pain in the ass. He starts yanking the fucking end. And once he does, he actually gets done yanking it. Yeah, there we go. Fucking hell. Now to fix the rest. He fixes the rest, and when he gets in there, and fully fixes it, he sees that everything is pretty much going well. When he's about to leave, he sees Class 1A coming in. Great. Just what I need. Better get it done quick. When he's about to leave, he hears, "Hey, you up there." Great. What is it? What are you doing up here? This is a school field trip. I was sent by the mechanic company to fix this boat. Oh. This is when he hears, "Izuku? Deku? That's not my name, Katsuki. You know that." You two know each other? Mabako is about to say yes, and he says, "We were, but we no longer know each other. Now, can I get back to work and you all stop bothering me? I have no interest in making friends." Okay. When they go, this is when Mina says, "What an ass." I know, right? What man says that? Midoriya's thinking in his head that he doesn't have to prove anything. When he gets done and he's about to leave, something strange happens. He sees a giant portal coming out. When he sees it come out, he hears, "Hello, heroes." "Rose, we come for you." Midoriya just giving this annoyed look because he just got done fixing the boat. When he looks at them, and he's about to walk off until, "Hold on, you. Who are you? Don't involve me into this. This is between you and the heroes." Huh. Smart. But this is when he sees that he can tell that these people are attempting to murder. He can see it in their eyes. Alright, you villains, kill them. Ones attempt to attack, but Midoriya gets in the way and just punches him right in the face. "Hey, I thought this was none of your business." It is. Yes, but I'm not going to let you kill innocent people out of pure pleasure. You must be Shigaraki. What gave that away? The pads. It was a great giveaway. So you're the one who's been selling drugs to children. What of it? Midoriya, it gets armed with a wrench. Looks at the guy. And the guy says, "Hey, kill him!" They start attacking Midoriya, but Midoriya's just whacking them left and right. Taking them all out pretty easily. And moving out of the way. When Midoriya gets done whacking them, and then Midoriya sits down and just looks at him, dead in the eyes. This one the guy says, why can't you all just hit him? It is just one man. They continue attempting to hit him, but Midoriya continues hitting them with the wrench. He got punched in the face once, but Midoriya just looks at them and just hits the wrench directly in their head. He continues hitting them. Until Shigaraki gets annoyed and says, you know what, forget it. I'll take care of him myself. Elf. Midoriya is about to... Shigaraki is about to attack, but Midoriya just hits him in the face with a wrench. Now you're really asking it. They continue punching, and he's trying to touch Midoriya. But Midoriya grabs him by the hand and completely destroys it. And Shigaraki's screaming in pain. And just by the pure pressure that he's given to Shigaraki. This is when Midoriya just bluntly looks at him and say, oh, my apologies. Jeez. Apparently you can no longer feel your hand. Is it because of what you did? The fact that you decided to give drugs to children? I'm gonna kill you. Pray to God that you die first, then. Midoriya grabs him by the throat and starts choking the life out. Because people like you don't deserve to live. He's about to completely kill him until he stops. But death is too good for you. Misery will be eternal, a god's blessing to your eyes. This moment, Shigaraki grabs a knife and attempts to stab him, but Midoriya grabs it. And then he just straight up punches him in the face with his palm of his hands. And it's knocking out Shigaraki. Then he just grabs his toolkit, and picks up the bloody wrench and wipes it off. Puts it back in the toolbox and walks off, or about to until Aizawa tries to wrap him up, but he grabs the thing. My quarrel is not with you. Do not increase what you already have. Sorry, but I had to take you in for questioning, just because I did your job. And I proved that I am superior than you. Superior? This is what Aizawa's thinking in his head. Cocky much? This is when he yanks the scarf around Aizawa and just straight up shoulders him directly in the chest. Fuck. Aizawa is holding his chest hard and trying his best to make sure he doesn't pass out due to lack of breathing. He just looks at Midoriya. He just looks at him and says, "I told you, do not increase what you already have problems with." He gets back in his car. He gets to his car and drives off. With All Might having the nerve to destroy it. Midoriya is now pissed. He gets out of the car and looks menacing like All Might. Whoops. I hope you have insurance. No? Then you're gonna fix it. hero. I don't have to do damn shit. Midoriya gets to him and says, what are you gonna do? And this one All Might says, what are you gonna do about it? Midoriya grabs him by the finger and starts bending it. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, and he starts bending it more and more. Or down. Starts bending it more and more backward, looking at All Might. And this one, and Midoriya says, what was that? Did you say you're gonna pay for it? No! He continues bending it until Midoriya starts screaming, until All Might starts screaming in pain. And just continue giving him this menacing look. Look until All Might says, okay, I'll pay. Good. He lets go. He looks at All Might looks at his hand, looks at his middle finger, which is completely red. And Midoriya goes away. Hey. Oh. Then he gets to his house, and he sees someone in his house. Midoriya grabs the wrench and straight up just knocks him out. When he turns on the lights, because it was dark, he sees that it was Mitsuki. He calls 911, but then thinks about it. This is a model. They're not going to believe him. Oh, crap. He doesn't call them, and he just sits. Once Mitsuki gets back on her feet, my head. Oh, you're awake. Ow. She feels a huge bump on her head. What happened? I whacked you in the head. Why? You are in my house, you are trespassing, and you are literally sitting there. Take a guess. I didn't even give you the right to hit me. Actually, it gave me every right. You are trespassing into my house. What did you expect? I don't know, a cup of tea and some sex, maybe. He looks in disgust at Mitsuki. Oh, judgy, aren't we? I'm a stripper model. What do you expect? Someone that actually uses their body. Not for that. Instead, is a disappointment to her gender. Aren't you a bigger disappointment? Not many men like working out, and yet here you are being judgy yourself when you use your body to get what you want. Getting fucking judged by a guy? Yes, you are getting judged by a guy. You really are different. Most men would just beg just to be around me. Those are desperate men. I do not see a reason for me to be even near you. So, I could care less about you or yourself. Once you are healed, the door is on your way. This one hears, what happened to you at the door? What happened to you two? You and Bakugo. What happened? Why do you care now? You never cared before. Well, now I am. You two used to be tight. What happened? You lost my respect. What do you mean, lost your respect? You two were friends. Can't you find it in your heart to forgive him? If he wants my forgiveness so badly, he will earn it, like all other men have to. Wow. Midoriya sits up and says, I hope that's cooperative. Because why else would you be here? Instead of tell me those words. He gets up. He gets done and he just sits down. Anyway, once that's done, Midoriya just sits there, thinking to himself. Anyway, with Bakugo, who gets back, still surprised that Midoriya managed to do that. Then he sees Mitsuki walk in. Hey. Hello, son. How did it go? Your childhood friend knows how to whack. Wait, he hit you? Apparently, I was not allowed in the house. Without hesitation, he whacked me. Thought I was an intruder, apparently. Is it bad? Nothing that a little bandages can't do. Oh. What did he say? He says if you want his respect and want his forgiveness, you're gonna have to earn it, son. I see. In that case, I'll be a better person for him. He goes up to his room. Poor kid. Well, anyway, meanwhile with Midoriya, who's actually minding his own business, he actually hears an... This is when he's about to go to bed at around 8 a.m. until he hears a knock on the door. Now, who could that be? He opens it and sees Nezu. Hey, he's about to close it, but All Might stops him. It's rude to not let people in. It's also rude to bother someone around 8 p.m. at night. Was there something we were doing? Yeah, going to bed. Around 8 a.m. Around 8 p.m. I don't judge you about your sleeping schedules, now do I? No, you don't. Exactly. Now, what is it? We wanted to thank you for saving our students. Is that truly all? That's who's thinking in his head. Damn, this guy has trust issues. No. Oh. We were wondering if you could work with UA as a partner. No. What? You heard me. I declined your offer before. I am going to decline it again. I have no interest of being your partner. Why? Is that a serious question? Or are you just trying to be stupid? No, I'm actually curious. Why do you not trust us? It's quite simple, actually. You judge others for what they are. You think I haven't noticed how many people have actually been declined of your status just because of something they could not control? Or should I mention the fact of how many times that people have actually seen if they wanted to join your society, but they got a big fuck you in the middle. Or should I mention the big thing? Oh, I gotta hear this. You being a monster. But not a good one. Hey, fucking excuse me? I am not a monster. Yes, you are. Why are you even trying to hide it? You are indeed a monster. Okay, smart ass, why am I a monster? You judge people for their quirks. You call them monsters or something they cannot control. Well, because of a quirk that makes them a villain. You who harass people who want to live a normal life. I could go on. And yet, here you are, trying to prove yourself wrong. Trying to prove me wrong by trying to get me on your side, which will never happen. So, what was your idea? Exactly. The fact that you're staying silent, that says it all, that you are a monster. This one All Might just punches him. You arrogant asshole! Who are you to judge us? Someone who actually accepts who he is. Yes. And I never said I'm judging. Now did I? All I did was point out the things that you could solve, but denied to do so. He closes the door. That pipsqueak of a cunt! No, he's right. What? We judge people because of their abilities. We don't even give them a chance. We really are monsters. Midoriya sits down and gets a call from his boss. Got some news for you. Please don't be mad. Depends what it is. Then it says Nezu bought our company, bought our store, and now we have to work with the heroes. Midoriya gives a disappointed look. And he says, "You're mad, aren't you?" He texts us, "No, I am disappointed." Which for some reason hits the guy even worse. He's thinking in his head, ouch. I don't know why, but that hurts worse than him being mad. When are we forced to be at their school? Around 6 a.m. Midoriya gets up, and goes to bed. He just sleeps. When he wakes up at 6 a.m., he just gets to work. And he sees a lot of heroes already there. This time he drives in his backup car, which is pretty much like a Mustang. No, wait, better, a Jeep. With off-road tires. He gets in and he just sees the heroes just looking at him. And then he sees one car completely jacked, aka his car. On his truck. and he sees one of the heroes actually refixing it. Well, actually fixing it, period. There you go, sir. Sorry for all my destroying it. I thought he was going to repair it. Actually, he can't. He doesn't have a mechanical license. I do. I'm David. I'm your new boss. He gives a look of intimidation. Right. So pretty much you'll be working with the Hero Society and helping them with certain mechanical stuff. So, there's also an unfortunate, and that is, due to your age and due to the incident with the villains, you must have a reclusive in your dorm with the heroes. I have a home. Why can I not stay there? Sorry, it's Nezu's orders. He looks at Nezu and just continuously gives him that look that proves a point. Nezu, saddened by the look. Look, the new mechanic boss, notices it. Not very pleased at the fact you're working with us. No, I am actually not. I'm just disappointed. How much will we be making? About your usual cut, you'll be making $400 an hour. He's thinking in his head, I could actually pay off some bills. Very well, I will cooperate with you. Oh, that's good to know. Wow, to the old boss. He went on vacation. I see. Anyway, pause break. Alright, I'm back. This is when Midoriya is pretty much mine. This is when he gets to work on more mechanical stuff. And I'll pause break again. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Now, Midoriya pretty much finishes up all the mechanical stuff. He closes the thing, and this is when he sees Bakugo. Oh, but ignores him because he's hanging out with people, and sees that Bakugo has actually improved. When Midoriya goes in and starts sitting down, pretty much making his own food, which is pretty much a light lunch. Then he sees his room, called Midoriya's room. When he sees it, he opens it and just sees a bed and a couple of books and his toolkit. He sees that his car is also next to All Might's. He grabs his keys and goes out. Then he moves his car away from All Might's car. Which All Might sees that. And just gets pissed when he accidentally broke his coffee. Son of a bitch! Hate that guy. Endeavor, who is a woman in this one, says, why do you hate him? Are you kidding me? This guy's a jerk. All Might, he's a realist. No, he's an asshole. Oh. Apparently you are not the great looker, are you? What is that supposed to mean? Hey. One, look at him. The reason he moved his car because he doesn't respect you. Why not? I'm the #1 fucking hero. Titles don't mean anything. It's what you do. Oh great, you sound just like him. I know where he's got his mentals. This guy where he's from. Where? From a YouTuber called Far From Weak. It helps about people who use masculinity. Masculinity? You mean that guy that had managed to get that many subscribers in a couple of months? Yeah, actually. Huh. Maybe if I could cancel that. Endeavor smacks him in the head. Smacks him in the head. Ow! What the hell? Oh, don't even try. YouTubers have more power than you think. Try to pull that stunt with them, you'll end up wishing you were dead. They don't fuck around. And fucking around with someone's YouTube channel, you're gonna end up uprooting the reputation of the UA. I hate you. That's why Nezu put me in, and with the reputation and everything else, while you just do your job looking big and tough. Me, Meanwhile, with Midoriya, yeah, he sits down and it continues. He's eating his lunch. Everyone sees him eating a salad with chicken. You're not going to eat anything else? No. Oh, he says in a blunt way. Okay, well, all of us are going to make some curry. You want any? He shakes his head no. Okay. So who's that guy? This one Bakugo says, that's Midoriya. Wait, Izuku Midoriya? Yup, that's him. Wow, he's very musculant. El Chaco's thinking in his head, thinking dirty thoughts on how big his dick is. Nasty bitch. This is when Bakugo notices it and bluntly says, don't bother. Huh? What? I know that look. Trust me. It's not gonna work. You're not the first woman to actually attempt to get in his pants. Really? Who else did he decline? Mitsuki Bakugo. The famous model? He declined her? Yep. Man. I can tell he's not into that. He's into women who have goals and has opportunities. Meanwhile, with Midoriya minding his own business, he sits down and sees someone looking at him. He sees the women. He just looks at them in disappointment and disgust because they're looking at him like a thirsty fucking hoe. Once Midoriya sees that it's 8 p.m., he goes to his room and starts reading a book called The Art of War. And continues reading it. Until it sees it's 8:30, and then he goes to bed. It's 5 a.m. and Midoriya wakes up, takes a cold shower, then takes a hot one. When he gets up, he drinks some water and continues. He sits down. He sees that everyone wakes up at around 9. And they see that he's already awake. Damn, he wakes up pretty early. Wait. Anyway, when Midoriya gets up and is going to work, this is when he bumps into Endeavor, who he accidentally made papers fall. This one, he's about to hear, watch where you're going, but this one Endeavor says, my bad, I wasn't paying attention. Midoriya doesn't show shock, but shows a smile. Let me help you, madam. Thank you. They both help, and this is when Midoriya gives her glasses back. Yes, and this one Endeavor wears glasses. Thanks. And before you all ask, no, Todoroki doesn't exist in this one. He's not even born yet. Thank you, Mr. Izuku. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Izuku. My name's Endeavor. But most people just call me Red. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Nice to meet you, ma'am. There we go. Nice to meet you, too. Midoriya bluntly says, how old are you, you don't mind me asking? Oh, I'm 15. You look a lot younger than that. I get that a lot. It's mostly because of the beauty treatment that my mother's been forcing me to have. He sees the muscles. You work out. Yep, I gotta keep up. Being a taxer doesn't mean I can't be healthy. Huh. Very well. Oh, I'm heading to work. Sure. Hey, after work, you think you want to get some coffee? I don't drink coffee. Oh. But But I wouldn't mind a workout session. Okay. Here you go. They go. Oh, and before you ask, no, this is not them starting to date. This is them to bond. Come on, give me some credit. Sheesh. When they go. When he gets done, he sees that that Endeavor is already at, or pretty much working out. Doing some burpees. Whew. Enjoying. Wah! Oh fuck! You scared me. My apologies. No, you're fine. I was just when I was expecting you. For a big bulky guy, you move quiet. I get that a lot. But I can't remember how many times I accidentally scared my boss half to death. Can't say I blame him. Anyway, are you ready? Sure. They do work out together, and this is when they start enjoying each other's time. Anyway, thank you. No problem. No problem. Hello, madam. Anyway, so what brings you to UA? Not by choice. My boss sold our job to UA. Oh, that never is fun. And Nezu tends to do that just to get under people's skin. He may act all innocent and regretful, but he's just a jerk. That only cares about himself. Know this too well? Very. He does it to anyone that refuses to work with him. He torments them by making sure that their job belongs to him and gets shitty payment. I am not getting any shitty payment. Seriously? That's the first thing he will do. Huh. Oh, he must have said something pretty hard to hit him. Here. Huh? He gives him something. What's this? A watch. I can tell yours is not working. Yeah, it's been like that for the past 8 months. I've been trying to fix it, but I'm not good with locks. Not good with clocks. It's okay. Not everyone is perfect. You're a kind person. I know. When we get there, Midoriya... This is when people surround Midoriya. Can I help you? We're here to teach you some manners. This is when one of the heroes tried to attack him, but Midoriya blocks him. But before anything could happen, someone else comes in and punches them right in the face. He sees that it's another big, bulky guy. Alright. And you are... someone who despises how people being outnumbered. Huh. That's a first. Can I still get your name? Okay. After we deal with these bozos, alright? Very well. They continue fighting, but they come out triumph. Midoriya having a bloody nose and a couple of bruises, but that's it. Fucking hell. The guy pops his neck. Anyway. Hey, the name's Dobby. B. Nice to meet you, Dobby. And you are? Been doing what I can to survive. That's good to know. But anyway, like I said, what's your name? Izuku. Inko Midoriya's kid? You know her. Wait, you don't know? She killed herself. Not surprised. You don't really sound sad about that. It disappoints me that she decided to kill herself. Oh, but that's it. Let me guess, you two weren't really close? No. She changed into the person I no longer respected. Damn. That's big. Well, anyway, I'm sure things will turn better. I know they will. But it doesn't mean I will care. Huh. Anyway, I should probably get back to class. See you later, Midoriya. See you, sir. Here you go. Those, pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much been in every day. He gets to know more and more about. He gets to more and more. Blah! Fuck! Get the words out of your mouth, damn it! He starts hanging out more with Endeavor, and they started dating after a couple of months. There we go. Sheesh. Like I said, she's dead. Endeavor started dating Midoriya, which makes all the other women jealous as fuck. But they're not dumb enough to pull the, we're gonna attack him, her, and take Midoriya for ourselves and his sperm. Like your typical average woman. But that cares only for hot men. And no, I'm not apologizing for that because it's the truth. There's no judgy of dating hot men. But actually get other people some chances. You arrogant bastards. Yes. Anyway. When Midoriya sits down, anyway, you know what? I actually ran out of ideas for this one, and I'm gonna admit it. So I'm gonna make this quick. Endeavor, All for One never existed, and Shigaraki was put into prison. Midoriya and him started pretty much working more until they retired. Midoriya married Endeavor, and had a kid named I'm gonna say Democles. Yeah, that makes sense, Democles. And that's it. That's been the one shot of what I think it was Bane, Dark Glow Up AU, or pretty much why is Glow Up? Yeah, I'll just say a dark or glow up. And in case you're wondering, like I said, shout out to Far From Weak from the previous thing that you listened to. This has been Uncle Dylan here, God of Chaos, and I will see you all next time.